Hey, what's up guys, this is DJ. We got some new and updated mods to take a look at today for Farm Sim 22. In total, we have 26 mods. All platforms got 10 new and 11 updates. At PC and Mac players got 1 new and 4 updates. In today's video, I'll show you all the new ones, plus customization options, and we will review every mod that got an update. Starting off today with new ones for all platforms, we have something very exciting for you. This is the Lizard Circular Pivot from Hispano Modding. I've already done a full video showing this off, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. Otherwise, let's take a look at this. We've got a couple different setups, so field contour guidelines, yes or no? Yes. Choose yes every time because you can turn those on and you can definitely see kind of what is going on there. Coupler configuration, this is just for the trailer, so you can choose what you want to there. Number of sections, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Working width of 68 meters, 124, 180, or 236 meters. You probably don't need the largest one on most maps, but hey, it exists. We do have full rotations as well, so you could choose 3, 5, 10, 20, or 30 minutes for a full rotation, so it's a little more like real life. But you could also do 3/4 of a rotation in the same amount of time, half a rotation, or 1/4. This helps you out a little bit because you can get a little bit of overlap and relocate it to do square fields if you want to. Put it in the corner. And we've also got colors, so you can change up your pivot color, for example. That's going to be the pivot itself. Change that back out. Trailer, naturally, you can change the trailer color. And we've got rim color. Yes, all of the above. Very nice. All right, so this thing is actually really, really cool. Make sure you guys load up. You got a good tractor. It's not the lightest thing on earth, so just make sure you got something good. I have gone for, well, 7R, or 7R, I'm so sorry, the 7S. Too many numbers and letters, man. I've gone for that, and I've gone for the smallest version here. That way, when we load it up and we unfold it, it's not too wild and crazy. All right, once you get out into the field, you can go ahead and just let this thing go. You don't have to worry too much about it, and it's going to pop up towards the back end. So once you've got this, take a look at that. Enter the vehicle. We are getting a little bouncy around, but don't worry too much about that. Turn it on and be good to go. Let's go ahead and open the cover. It's going to unfold, and it's going to put itself right down in there. I'm going to turn that off. Oh, yeah, you can you can boom over to it, too. Now, we need to fill it up. Fortunately, we can use a few cheaty cheats for that. Fill it up with liquid fertilizer, and then from here, we've got right rotation and left rotation. So we can turn it on from there, and we can turn it on and off whenever we want to. This is a really neat mod, and I think it's going to help a lot of people, especially with circular fields, things like that. It is, I think, a very, very heavily leaning roleplay mod. It's certainly not the most efficient way to get things done, but it is pretty darn cool. We'll give it that. Next up, we have the Valtra M120-M150. We have been talking about this one on testing list for like forever now, but it's finally here. So congratulations to the modder for sticking with it, man. We got 120 horsepower on here, but we've got a lot of customization options. Actually, there's a lot of them. So sit back and relax. Starting off, we have the attacher joints. I have weight holder with a pickup hitch. Oh, it's going to be around the backside. Okay. So we've also got a normal setup. So pretty much back and forth between all of those. Very good looking there. Engine setup's 120. We have the 120 in a 25 mile per hour or 31 mile per hour. Then we have the same thing, but in an E, which I'm not sure quite what's going on with that one. Then we have the 135 in the same thing, 150 and 155 horsepower in the same things. Wheel options, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Nokia tires. All the things you would expect to see. We do have some other stuff through here as well, which is kind of nice. I like those wide tires. Looks good. Specials, we have 2003 through 05, the 03 through 05 Kloss. We have the 500,000th Special, 2005 through 2006, 06 to 07, and back into the beginning. Reverse drive, we have a twin track. We also have standard. So, do you want it? Yes or no? It does look good. Wheel weights, 160, 320, 480, 640, or nada. I've always said this is the best look. I love having wheel weights as a separate option. Fenders, we got wide fenders. We have front ones being added. Front ones with new setup. Front with a wide rear. and then all of the above. Attention plates. Let's see where we get these. Oh, those are massive. Holy cow. You got a couple of different ones through there. Very nice. Intake pipe. I think it's going to be around towards the front. Yes, it is, and it looks good. Twin pipes. Wait, one's an intake and one's an exhaust? Oh, that looks super cool. Beacons, we got one on the left, one on the right, both of them, and then we can put on the back both. These are just round beacons though, so heads up there, nothing too wild and crazy. Dashboard, we have AgriLine and ProLine, and then front loader, we have the Hauer, or Quickie, Hauer, and yes. Okay. Make colors, a bunch of them through here. I do like blue, so we'll take a look at the matte blue. Light frame, we'll go with a black there around the front. That looks good. And then rim weights. We don't have weights on there now, but they would change color. We also have a grid color in the front and rim colors. Very cool. Next up, we have the Massey Ferguson 6S 7S, not to be confused with the Massey Ferguson 6S 7S through here. Differences between the two. The version that we've had for a while, which I'm actually using on the old farm, when you look at the title, there's no space between the dash and the numbers, and in this one there is. So let's pop in and take a look at what has changed. We have on the 6S, 135 horsepower. We also do 145, 155, 165, and 180. Wheel brands bring us Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vestine, and Nucky tires. And of course, all the goodies through there. Interior setups, we have the exclusive and the efficient, and we've also got designs of the anniversary edition, which is officially the anniversary edition, so that is good. We also have beacon lights, a couple different ones through there, speed decals on the back, I like that. Front mounting, we have 3-point or nada, and then we also have 160, 270, 380, 490, and 600, as well as 710 and 820 kg weights. Front loaders with Quickie and the Hauer or nada. Main colors, a bunch of good stuff through there. Rim colors, we've also got even more good stuff through there. Very nice. And presumably the exact same thing through here. The only difference is we'll have a bigger engine on the 7S. Next, we have the Breviglieri 450 and we got a 600 in here, or 600 to 800, so 6 meters and 800 altogether. And no, I don't know if I said that right. We've got the packer roller, we got the cage roller, we got the spiked roller, and we've got the exact same thing here as well. At the end of the day, these are power harrows, so you're going to get that, a cultivated state more or less. 240 horsepower for the 6 meter and 350 horsepower for the 8 meter. Both 7 miles an hour, not too bad. And they're from RL Modding, so they look great. Next, we have the Tuchel-Sweep PLUS 590 from Creative Mesh. I don't know what the difference is between this one and the one that released the other day, but this one's out for all platforms, and I said, I don't know why this isn't for all platforms, so I guess they were listening. Nonetheless, here you go. This is for cleaning up messes, more or less. Animals really don't leave messes anymore, so you can use this if you want to, but it just sweeps up things around your farm. One of the cool things is you can collect it and empty it afterwards. Both of these will hold 280 liters, and one of them is it looks like that, and the other one looks like this. One's for a telehandler, and one is for a front loader. Here's something we talked about in Farm Sim News a while back. The Tajfun DVG2X55AHK. There you go. 70 horsepower required on here. Pulls 8 tons. So there you go. Accessories, you can throw on a chainsaw if you would like to. And that is about it. You will need the Platinum DLC to use the winches on here, though. So be ready for that. And we got some placeables for you. The first one is the Pallet and Bale storage for Barney. Shed in a Polish style. Of course, it is the possibility of storing bales. And of course, you can't go in there either. I do like that they were able to get this. And I also like that we can go in it to deposit things and go in here as well to get things out of the storage. But you can't go over there. That's awesome. I love this. Next, we have the floor plane weighing station. Yes, this is another weighing station, but this is kind of neat. So we can go in here. We can move these little bollards out of the way. They do come with the mod, so be ready for that. So there we go. And you can kind of use this a bit as like a role play style thing. And one neat thing about this is it can be painted. Jump into landscaping, go to painting. And you can actually paint. I don't know why it's going so darn slow, but you can actually paint through that. So if your floor is a totally different color, if the ground is a totally different color from where it normally is, well, then you're good. Just paint over it and it'll blend right in. Next to last, we have the bulk material bunker. This can be well, used to store whatever you would like. You've got all kinds of little bricks through here. They're kind of like Legos, and you can put whatever you want in there. One of the neat things about this is you can put multiple of them together. Now, you will have to get it just right, but you can. And you don't even actually have to get it just right. You can put like here and have them offset or something like that. Or maybe you want to build something like this where it's just a box where you dump stuff in there. Go for it, man. You could do this and put like a cell point inside of it, and then you could have your own like little custom cell point in a box. Yeah. So you got that. One thing it does say, it's in silos in the game, but it is not. It is in sheds. And your last new one for all platforms today is called the Country House. One thing, it does say it's in farmhouses. I could not be further from that. It's in silos. Don't know how they got that messed up, but there you go. Nonetheless, we got a silo in here. Take a look at that. Let's see what it'll hold. Looks like 1 million liters of just about whatever you want to put in there, I guess. Probably just bulk material. And a place for that. So really, they took a wall, a house, a silo, and a shed and put them inside a thing. Good luck getting big machinery through there, though. Oof. Jumping over to mod updates for all platforms. First up, we have new Minibrunn version 1021. A new save game is not required, so there you go. They've added a small enlarged Bale and pallet storage, added new floor texture, concrete bricks, fixed environmental lighting, and removed switch for the billboards. Next is the Rabe Super Ultra Albatros 70 million. Version 1.1, fixed power consumption, fixed weights, and fixed support wheel. Next up, we have the Lizard Hose Spreader 9000, version 1001 console release. This is pretty cool. This is a slurry spreader that uses the umbilical system with the pumps and hoses DLC. So if you guys are using that, you can use this. Got between 9 and 15 meter working with, and it'll go between 8 and 16 kilometers per hour. They do say there's also configurations available for spreading tech and cosmetic configurations for the slurry valve. They do say due to limitations of DLC, to turn it on, you must lower it. Next update is for the Stonehog 430 Cultivator. This is version 1.3. Tool now supports tension belts when transporting on a trailer. Next up, we have the Befa Shortwood Swap Body Pack. This is update 1.1.0.1, but that update is actually not shown. So I'm not quite sure what the update is. Another really cool mod, the Overland trailer from Dom. This is version 1001. Fixed unrealistic loading and unloading, fixed liquid unloading, and fixed camera issue on consoles. Next up, we have an update to the tractor front shield. This is version 101. Added possibility to move the tool by hand and model adjusted. Next up, the Hauer SGS2600 version 1.4. Tool now sports tension belts when transporting on a trailer and new normal map. Moving along, we have the Bavarian building pack version 1011, added support for mod maps bought with farmland tag. Next to last update is going to be Family Home version 2, completely reworked the 3D, added color options, 48 different colors, goodness gracious, and improved the internal decoration. And lastly, we have an update to Natural Waterplants. This version 101, added reed mix 1M and L without frog sounds, notes added to the mod description and to the plans, main images replaced in the store, and slot usage for consoles have been corrected. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players, we only have the one, the Ala-Talkkari AT-251 V2G. I apologize, I don't speak anything other than English. I tried my best. We've got some extra wings on here. We've got some extra extensions too. Very cool. And we've got different funnels for the back. This is a snowblower, and it is a snowblower in the style that I'm familiar with. This is really cool. Weighs about 3/4 of a ton, 100 horsepower required, so small tractors be perfect for this. 2.5 meters, and it will run at 6 miles an hour, which is good because sometimes you get a little bit excited when you use snow blowers. I love this. Making our way over to some mod updates for PC and Mac players. We have the Universal Autoload ModHub add-on. This is version 1.3. Added support for more mods, added more container support, and added log trailer support. We've also got an update to the main part of that mod, the Universal Autoload mod itself. This is version 1.4. It's a little bit more in-depth. Added support for compatibility with auto drive. High menu priority mode is now used by default. Improvements to the log loading algorithm. Improvements to round round bale stacking, added a minimum length option for loading logs, automatically add custom object types for any automatically defined objects, added a parameter to define an alternative route node for the offset, fixed a bug where loading round bales would affect the next vehicle to be loaded appearing as full, and no longer charges for manually loaded items or loading from console commands. Thirdly, we have an update to Interactive Control version 1.1.1, updated translations for Russian and fixed the interactive buttons not working. And lastly, we have an update to the Slip Destroys Fields version 1.003, added that the in-game settings, it can be set whether the edge of the field should be also destroyed or only the areas where there's actually farmland. Problems with the Unimog U1200, 1400, 1600 fixed. Error has unknown specialization has been fixed. Game does not know load with Hofbergman beta map has been fixed. Added that the in-game settings, it can be set whether every field or only fields can be destroyed, or own fields rather, and fixed an issue where the ground was not destroyed when driving backwards. Well guys, that's it. That's all the new mods and the updated mods I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my second channel that I started, DjGoHam Mobile Gaming, talking about Farming Simulator 23 over there. Hey, if you're interested, check it out. Otherwise, I just hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.